Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's lesson. I'm so happy to see all of you here, ready to learn English. Whether you are just starting or have been learning for a little while, I want you to know that you are in the right place, and I am here to help you. Learning English may seem like a big task, but don't worry. You can do it, step by step, and together we will make great progress. Now, let's talk about why learning English is so important. English is spoken all over the world. It is a global language that connects people from many different countries. When you know English, you can travel to new places, meet new people, and talk to them easily. You can watch movies, listen to songs, and read books in English. It also helps if you want to study or work in a foreign country. So, learning English opens many doors for you. It gives you the power to communicate and understand the world better. But more than that, learning English is a skill that will stay with you forever. It is something you will carry with you wherever you go. The more you learn, the more confident you will become. And confidence is key. When you can speak English, you won't feel afraid in new situations. You'll be able to express yourself, share your ideas, and connect with people. This will make your life richer and more exciting. I want you to know that I believe in you. I believe that you can learn English, no matter how hard it may seem right now. Everyone starts as a beginner, and that's okay. The important thing is that you are here and you are willing to learn. Every small step you take will get you closer to your goal. Remember, learning English is not about being perfect. It's about making progress. So don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. When you make a mistake, it means you are trying, and when you try, you improve. You can do this. I am here to guide you, and together we will practice, learn new words, and speak with confidence. Learning a new language is like building a house. You start with small bricks, and before you know it, you have something amazing. Are you ready to begin this journey? I'm excited to be on this path with you, and I know that with each lesson, you'll get better and better. Let's get started, and remember, you can do it. Now, let's begin our journey into learning English. The very first thing I want you to focus on is learning simple words. Why? Because simple words are the foundation of everything. Just like a tree grows from a small seed, your English skills will grow from the basic words you learn today. These words are your building blocks, and once you know them, you'll be able to form sentences, talk to people, and understand what others are saying. Think of words like hello, thank you, and goodbye. These are simple, but very powerful. Why? Because they are used all the time. When you meet someone, the first thing you say is, hello. It's a friendly greeting. If someone helps you, you say thank you, and when you leave, you say goodbye. These simple words are part of everyday life, and once you know them, you can use them anywhere, anytime. Let's take a few minutes and practice these words together. Repeat after me. Hello! Very good. Now say, thank you. Excellent. And finally, goodbye. Great job. See how easy that was? These small words may seem simple, but they will help you feel confident when you start talking to people in English. Now that you've learned some basic greetings, let's look at a few other simple words you can use in your daily life. These are words that will help you talk about yourself, your feelings, and the things around you. For example, if you are feeling happy, you can say, I am happy. Let's say that together. I am happy. Wonderful. You can also use this structure with other emotions. If you are sad, you can say, I am sad. Simple, right? This is how you start talking about how you feel. Another important sentence is, this is a object. This is very useful when you want to talk about something you see. For example, if you have a book, you can say, this is a book. Try it with me. This is a book. Great! You can use this with almost anything around you. If you have a pen, you can say, this is a pen. If you see a chair, you can say, this is a chair. With this simple sentence, you can describe the things you see in your daily life. By learning and practicing these basic words, you are giving yourself a solid start. Every day, try to learn and use simple words like these. Start with words that are important to you, words for the things you see every day. You don't need to know every word in English right away. Start small, and as you become comfortable, add more words to your list. It's okay to take it slow. Learning English is a journey, and you are taking the first step. Let me give you some more examples. If you want to talk about your family, you can start with simple words like mother, father, brother, or sister. These words help you describe the people in your life. Or maybe you want to talk about food. You can start with simple words like apple, banana, or bread. These are everyday things that we all use, and knowing how to say them in English will help you in your daily conversations. Don't be afraid to practice these words, even if you're alone. One way to practice is to walk around your room or house and say the name of the things you see. If you see a table, say, this is a table. If you see a door, say, this is a door. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will become with speaking these simple words out loud. Remember, every time you learn a new word, you are adding a brick to your language house. The more bricks you have, the stronger your house will be. So, don't rush. Take your time and focus on learning simple, everyday words. With each word you learn, you are one step closer to speaking English with confidence. Let's review what we've learned today. We practiced saying hello, thank you, and goodbye. We also learned how to talk about ourselves with sentences like, I am happy, and describe object with sentences like, this is a book. These simple words and sentences are the key to starting your English journey. And remember, you are not alone. Every English speaker in the world started where you are right now. They learned simple words, practiced them, and slowly built their skills. And you can do the same. You are doing great, and I am so proud of you for taking this first step. Now that you've learned some basic words and sentences, the next step is one of the most important. Practice speaking every day. Yes, every day. You see, learning English is not just about reading or listening. It's about using the language, actually speaking it. The more you speak, the more comfortable you will become. And the great thing is, you don't need anyone else to practice with. You can practice speaking all by yourself. One of the easiest ways to do this is to speak in front of the mirror. This is a great technique because it helps you feel like you're talking to someone, even when you're alone. Stand in front of the mirror, look at yourself, and speak. Start with simple sentences like, hello, how are you? Or, I am fine, thank you. Look at how your mouth moves when you say the words. This will help you improve your pronunciation and build your confidence. Let's practice together right now. Imagine you are standing in front of a mirror. I want you to say, hello, how are you? Say it out loud. Great. Now, say, I am fine, thank you. Good job. These are simple sentences, but speaking them out loud helps you get comfortable with using English. The more you do this, the easier it will become. You can practice other short dialogues too. Here's one example. Person 1. How are you? Person 2. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Person 1. I'm fine. Try repeating this conversation a few times. Pretend you are both people in the dialogue. First, ask the question, how are you? Then answer yourself. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Finally, respond again. I'm fine. This is a simple conversation, but it's something you will hear often when you speak English. By practicing it daily, you will get used to saying these words naturally. Another tip is to talk about your day in English. This is a great way to use the words and sentences you already know. For example, when you wake up, you can say, I am waking up now. When you eat breakfast, say, I am eating breakfast. You can say these sentences out loud even if you are alone. It might feel strange at first, but remember, the more you speak, the more confident you will become. If you don't know how to say something in English, that's okay. Start with the words you know and slowly build from there. For example, if you don't know how to say a full sentence, you can just point to something and say the word for it. If you have a cup of tea, you can say, this is tea. Little by little, your sentences will grow as you learn more words. It's important to remember that practicing every day, even for just 10 or 15 minutes, will make a big difference. You don't have to practice for hours, but regular practice will help you improve quickly. The more you speak, the more comfortable you will become with using the language. You will find that over time, speaking English feels more natural. One last tip. If you can, try to think in English too. I know this sounds difficult, but it really helps. Instead of thinking in your native language and then translating it into English, try to think directly in English. For example, if you see a tree, don't think of the word in your language first. Just say in your mind, tree. The more you practice thinking in English, the faster you'll improve your speaking skills. So, remember, practice every day. Speak out loud even if you're alone. Stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself. Practice simple dialogues like, how are you? And, I am fine, thank you. Use English to talk about your day, and if you can, start thinking in English. These small steps will help you build your confidence and become more comfortable with speaking English. You are doing great. Keep practicing, and soon you'll find that speaking English becomes easier and more fun. Don't forget, I'm here to guide you, and I believe in you. You've got this. Now that you've started speaking, it's time to focus on another important part of learning English: listening. Listening to English as much as possible is one of the best ways to improve your understanding of the language. Think of it like this. The more you hear English, the more familiar it becomes, and the easier it is to understand and use the words in your own conversations. Listening helps you get used to the sounds of English, the way sentences are formed, and the rhythm of the language. Even if you don't understand every word at first, don't worry. By listening often, your brain starts to recognize patterns, and slowly, things will begin to make sense. The more you listen, the faster you'll improve. So where can you listen to English? There are many ways. One of the easiest ways to start is by listening to English songs. Music is a fun and relaxing way to learn. Start with simple songs that have easy words and a slow pace. Children's songs are great for this because they use simple language, and the words are often repeated. For example, you can listen to songs like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or The Wheels on the Bus. These songs are easy to follow and will help you get used to hearing basic English. Another great way to improve your listening skills is by watching simple English videos. There are many videos online that are made especially for English learners like you. These videos often use clear and slow speech, which makes it easier to understand. You can find short stories, cartoons, or even videos that teach basic English. As you watch, try to focus on how the people are speaking. How do they say the words? How do they ask questions? By listening closely, you'll start to understand how English is spoken in real life. Podcasts are another fantastic resource. A podcast is like a radio show that you can listen to anytime. There are many podcasts available that are made for English learners. Some of them talk about simple topics, while others might tell short stories. Find a podcast that you enjoy and listen to it whenever you have free time. You can listen while you are walking, cooking, or even relaxing at home. Listening to short stories for kids is also a fun way to improve your English. These stories are simple, and they often use easy words and clear sentences. You can listen to them before bed or during the day when you have some quiet time. As you listen, try to repeat the words you hear. For example, if the story says, "The cat is sleeping," repeat that sentence to yourself. "The cat is sleeping." This will help you remember the words and how they are used in sentences. Another thing that will help is listening to English every day. Make it part of your routine. Even if it's just for a few minutes, try to listen to something in English daily. The more you expose yourself to the language, the faster you will learn. Over time, you'll start to understand more and more words, and soon, you'll be able to follow along with full conversations. Remember, it's okay if you don't understand everything at first. That's normal. When you're listening, don't worry too much about every single word. Focus on the general meaning. What is the person talking about? Is it about food, travel, or maybe a simple story about a family? The key is to listen regularly. Your understanding will grow with time. If you're not sure where to start, here's what you can do. Pick a short video, song, or story in English and listen to it several times. Each time you listen, you will understand a little bit more. Don't be afraid to pause and repeat parts that you find difficult. Repetition is a powerful way to learn. The more you listen, the more natural English will sound to you. Lastly, here's a small challenge for you. Find an English song or video that you enjoy and try to listen to it every day for 1 week. By the end of the week, you'll be amazed at how much you've learned and understood. You might even be able to sing along or repeat some sentences. So, to sum up, listen to English as much as possible. Whether it's through songs, podcasts, or videos, surround yourself with the language. The more you hear it, the better you'll understand it. And remember, learning a language takes time, but every time you listen, you are making progress. Keep going, and soon, English will start to feel more natural to you. Now, let's move on to reading. Reading is another key step in learning English because it helps you see the words you know, and it's a great way to learn new ones. When you read, you get to understand how words are used in sentences, how ideas are connected, and how English works in real situations. The best part? You can read at your own pace, and you can stop and think about what you've read whenever you need to. But where should you start? It's important to start with simple books or stories that are written for beginners. These books use easy words and short sentences, making them perfect for you to practice. Don't try to read difficult or advanced books right away because that can feel overwhelming. Instead, start with something small, maybe a children's story or a book that's made for English learners. You'll find that these books are interesting and fun, but also easy to follow. For example, you could start with a book like The Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is a popular children's story with simple sentences and colorful pictures. Or you can look for short stories that are written for English learners. These stories are usually easy to understand and are a great way to practice new vocabulary. Here's a tip. Read a page every day from a simple book. Don't worry if you don't understand every single word. The more you read, the more words you will learn. If you see a new word that you don't know, don't panic. Try to understand the meaning from the other words around it. If you still can't figure it out, you can always look it up in a dictionary later. But don't stop reading just because you find something difficult. Keep going and enjoy the story. Reading also helps you see the words you already know in action. For example, you may read a sentence like, "The boy is running." You already know the word boy and the word running, but now you see how they are used together in a sentence. This helps you remember how to use those words when you speak or write. As you read more and more, you will notice that you understand English better. You'll also find that your vocabulary grows, and you'll start to recognize more words without needing to think about them too much. So, make reading part of your daily routine. Even just a few minutes a day will help. Now, let's talk about writing. Writing is a great way to practice what you've learned because it helps you remember the words and sentences better. When you write, you take the words in your mind and put them on paper, which makes them stick in your memory. And the best part is, just like speaking and reading, writing doesn't need to be hard. You can start with short, simple sentences that use the words you already know. One of the easiest ways to start writing is to write about your day. Think about the things you did today and then write them down using simple English. For example, you can write, "I went to school," or "I ate dinner." These are short sentences, but they are great for practicing. The more you write, the easier it will become to use these words in your daily conversations. Here's another tip. Write every day. Just like reading and speaking, writing is something you get better at with practice. You don't need to write long paragraphs or essays. Start small. Write 2 or 3 sentences about your day. For example, you could write, "I woke up early today. I went to the park. I talked to my friend." These are simple sentences, but they are powerful because they help you practice using English in real life. As you get more comfortable, you can try writing longer sentences. For example, instead of just writing, "I went to school," you can add more details like, "I went to school and met my friends." Over time, you will find that you can write more without feeling nervous. Writing also helps you improve your grammar and sentence structure. When you write, you can see if your sentences make sense. You can ask yourself, "Does this sound right?" If not, you can fix it. This way, you are teaching yourself how to use English correctly. Plus, when you write, you have time to think. You can try different ways to say things, and you don't need to feel rushed. And don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes when they are learning. It's part of the process. The important thing is to keep practicing. The more you write, the more confident you will become in your English skills. So, to recap, start writing short sentences about your day. Write every day, even if it's just a few sentences. This practice will help you remember words, improve your grammar, and make you feel more comfortable using English. You are doing an amazing job, and every time you write, you are one step closer to mastering English. Now, let's talk about something very important in learning any language, including English: patience and consistency. I know that learning a new language can sometimes feel hard. There will be days when it seems like you're not making progress, or maybe you make mistakes and feel frustrated. But remember this: learning English takes time. It's not something you can learn in just a few days or weeks. It's like planting a tree. You water it every day, and it grows slowly, but with time, it becomes big and strong. Your English skills are like that tree. Every day you practice, you are helping it grow a little more. So, it's important to be patient with yourself. Don't expect to be perfect right away. Everyone learns at their own speed, and that's okay. Maybe one day you can remember a lot of new words, and the next day you forget some of them. That's normal. Learning is a journey, and along the way, there will be ups and downs. The key is to never give up. If you keep going, you will see progress, even if it feels slow at times. What really makes a difference is consistency. This means practicing English every day, even if it's just for a short time. Imagine if you practice for 10 or 15 minutes every day for 1 year. By the end of that year, your English will have improved so much. But if you practice once in a while and then stop for a long time, it will be much harder to remember what you've learned. So, I encourage you to set aside some time every day to practice, even if it's just a little. Whether it's listening to a short podcast, writing a few sentences, or speaking out loud, that daily practice adds up and makes a big difference. It's also important to be kind to yourself during this process. If you make a mistake, don't feel bad. Mistakes are actually a good thing, because they show you what you need to learn. Think of mistakes as your teachers. When you make a mistake, you learn something new. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are a natural part of learning. And remember, you are not alone in this journey. There are millions of people around the world who are also learning English, just like you. Some days will be easier and some days will be harder, but that's how everyone learns. The most important thing is to keep going. You are doing an amazing job by putting in the effort every day. Every word you learn, every sentence you write, and every time you speak, you are getting better and better. Here's my message to you. Don't give up. Be patient, be consistent, and believe in yourself. You are capable of learning English, and you are already making great progress. Each small step you take brings you closer to your goal. Keep going, and remember that with time and practice, you will succeed. Before we finish, I want to take a moment to say, congratulations, you've come a long way. Learning a new language is not easy, and the fact that you are here, practicing and working hard, shows how dedicated you are. Every step you've taken so far is a step forward in your English learning journey, and you should be proud of yourself. Learning a language is like building a house. You start with the foundation, basic words and sentences. Then you add walls by practicing speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Slowly, your house starts to take shape. It's a process that takes time and effort, but with each brick you add, your house becomes stronger. And one day, you'll look at it and see that you've built something amazing. The key is to keep learning step by step. You don't have to know everything at once. Focus on small goals and celebrate each success along the way. Remember that learning a language is not just about memorizing words. It's about communication, understanding, and connecting with others. The more you practice, the more confident you will become. I want you to know that I believe in you. You have the ability to learn English, and I am here to guide you along the way. We are on this journey together, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. So, keep going, keep practicing. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, and don't forget to have fun with the learning process. As we move forward, remember this. You are not alone. I'm with you, and there are many other learners out there, just like you, who are working hard to improve their English. Together, we can achieve great things. Let's continue learning English, one step at a time. Finally, I want to leave you with this thought. You've got this. Every bit of effort you put into learning English will pay off. You are making progress, and with patience, consistency, and hard work, you will reach your goal. So let's keep learning together. I'm excited to see how far you'll go.